right, welcome to the best episode of Game Soup that you have ever seen. This is the best episode that we've ever recorded. This is Wild Game Appears, Battle Axe,
Is that true?
starring Joe and Ed. My name's Joe, this is Ed over here, and this is a game that came out very recently, a few days ago on Steam, and it's been out on Switch and PS4 and probably a couple other platforms for a little bit longer than that. But this game has been on our radar for a long time. We were pretty excited about it, especially Joe, about this game. And because, well, it's an arcade-style game, which Joe loves, and it just looked awesome, mainly because of the graphics. The graphics are made by Hank Nieborg, who worked on games such as Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for Game Boy Advance.
Dude! Alright.
Contra 4.
Okay.
Wizard of Legend.
That's a great
And
game.
of course, this is probably the most significant one for Game Soup, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
Oh, okay.
He's the pixel artist for that. He's a great artist.
So
I mean,
he's
you can tell from the title screen that he's an amazing pixel artist.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
the graphics in the game, fucking spectacular. Also, the music is by Manami Matsumaya. She did the music for Mega Man 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's huge. That's like getting Uematsu to do your music.
Yeah, basically. I mean, she's a fucking legend in video game composing. She's in like maybe the top 5 top video game composers of all time. And yeah, she did the music for this game.
Was she the only composer on Mega Man 2? Did she do like Wily Stage?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure Wily Stage for Mega Man 2 is by the woman who did the music for this game. So
That's
I mean,
incredible.
what a get!
Yeah.
I mean, this is the team. This is the artistic team of the century.
Right.
For game development. She also did the music for Final Fight, Magic Sword, Mega Man 10, and one of our favorites, Mighty Number 9.
Oh, that's right. And
Yeah.
oh no.
So what I want you to do right now, Ed, is press start. Oh, we should also tell the story of how we bought 2 copies of this game because Joe could not get into his fucking Steam account at Ed's house, and we got so fed up that we bought a second copy of the game on Ed's account.
I love the art in this game. It's so rare for me, particularly because I'm not an artist, to see a game that looks so good that I want it.
This is top notch. The only game that I would say has better pixel art than this would be Street Fighter 3, but that's god tier. There's nothing better than Street Fighter 3 pixel art.
So
I want you to go to the options though, real quick.
Oh, you do want me to go to?
I want you to look at the options.
Okay.
Yeah. Go to the options.
Right. I knew that this game was on hard mode.
Now you can set the game to easy mode. I have no idea. I played this game I think 5 times last night on story mode. I cannot tell the difference between easy and hard mode. So I'm going to say for Ed, just pick easy mode right now because I've got a lot to talk about. So it might be a little bit easier for you.
Why
So
is there no normal?
just pick easy mode.
It's just easy or hard.
I don't know why it's easy and hard.
Yeah.
Just pick easy for right now, and then I want you to go down to controls.
Okay, but cat shader. I mean CRT shader.
Yeah,
Look
you can
how-
always turn on this CRT shader. There's
What?
really,
Who are they catering to? Is
I don't
there
know.
anybody
Some
who
people
wants-
like it. Somebody in our comments recently commented on how he liked this CRT shader. I don't know, man. Go
Okay.
to controls though. I want you to see. All right, see, this is the controls for the keyboard. All right, you can press the A button and to go to next.
Right, next.
All right, now
Okay.
here are the controls for the controller.
Melee, ability, shoot.
And have you noticed anything that says key bindings anywhere or control settings anywhere?
No.
Yet? Press A. Press A. Because it doesn't exist.
No.
There are no key bindings or control settings.
Even for keyboard?
Yeah, last night I played the game. I played the game a couple of times, and I was like, okay, I want to change the key bindings because this would definitely be a lot better if I could bind the keys to how I would like them to be, and it would be a lot more streamlined and easier for me to play if I could bind the keys, which is for most people. They probably want to change the key bindings, and no, there's no way.
There's
no key bindings.
Their defense is that there are only 4 buttons. There's a melee, ability, shoot, and item. That's it. So in their defense, just get used to it, man. But I don't agree with that.
I got used to it, but it would be more responsive and quick if I could put the dash attack onto the L trigger. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do, and you can't do that.
I don't like
And
that. Nobody likes
we're
that.
going to talk about the price point of the game, but at the price point of the game, I think you should be able to bind the keys. All right,
Yeah.
go to one player. What's going to happen right now is Ed's going to start playing the game.
All right.
We're 4.5 minutes in. We haven't even started playing the game.
We're doing arcade mode?
Yep,
Okay.
we're doing arcade mode
So-
first. Ed is going to pick a character. I would say do not pick the rogue character because I'm going to pick the rogue character later on in the episode when I do my play.
Well,
through
I can't
my run of the game.
I can't do anything. So
Wait, you can't actually pick?
I can't pick anything.
Well, let's see.
Wait, what?
It's because my controller is...
You're not 1P though.
I mean, I guess I'm 1P.
My controller was already plugged in.
Wait, your controller is not doing anything, though. Oh, I guess second player can control the menus. So I'm gonna say don't pick the rogue character because I'm gonna show the rogue character later.
Who's the rogue?
Not this guy. Not this guy. This guy.
One. That's a lady. Faye, the dark elf. The
So
druid.
I like the wizard. I would probably pick the wizard if I was you, but
All right.
also the other guy's okay. I kind of found the fighter, I guess, character to be the worst character.
Really?
I found this guy and the rogue to both be good characters, though.
I love this pixel art.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. Just look at it.
This is like, this game would be at home on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, it's too high res for Game Boy Advance, but it's,
Well, yeah.
it's very. I mean,
Oh my
graphics
god.
are great.
Why is it so good? I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, just look at it. Okay,
I just love it.
this is.
I love it.
You can't really get much
Whoa.
better than this as far as pixel art goes. Yeah, you've got your little you've got your dash attack, you've got a melee attack which is on A.
Okay.
Which with this guy he just swings with his beard. It's a little bit slow.
Oh.
Right? This is actually considered slow in the game, believe it or not.
Wow.
But it's not very strong and it's slow. So he's not a really good melee character, but press B and he shoots his you can shoot really fast too. You can just mash the button.
No, it's Callie's Caves.
Yeah, that's one thing that I would say that this game could use is an auto fire. If you just hold down the button, you just shoot it rapid fire. Because my hand was starting to hurt last night. I played this game for about 2 hours last night, and my hand was starting to hurt.
Oh no, I don't like that. Why would they do that?
Yeah, it's a little bit too. It's a little bit too fast. I think it should just have an auto fire.
Yeah,
an auto fire option on it.
There's no cooldown.
So
You just have you have to spam it.
I mean, look at how many parts they explode into when you kill a bad guy in this game. It's fucking amazing. the animation, it's so smooth, and the enemies blow apart in such a satisfying manner.
It's tricky.
So that's going to throw it into your inventory. You press Y to use it. Don't use it because you have full health. But
Brad tokens.
yeah.
His name?
So you just touch these guys and you get points, and it saves them. I don't really know what the point is besides to get points. So, and there's really, points don't really beat the game for you. I haven't cleared the game yet. I've gotten to the last level. I'm gonna guess about halfway into the last level, and I was not able to clear it.
Really?
I played the game 4 times last night on story mode, trying to beat the game. It's pretty hard. It's pretty fucking hard. Okay, we're gonna get in. Pick that up. Pick that up. Pick that up. You can't pick it up. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna get into my first critique of the game immediately. The items in the treasure chests are random.
Well, I'm okay with that. I think. I don't know what happened.
You should not be.
I picked up.
I'm gonna explain to you why you should not be
All
okay
right.
with them being random.
All right.
But yeah, you pick the item up, and yes, it goes flying off to the side. It doesn't go flying directly into the air. And there's actually a treasure chest later in the game that if you pick it up, if you open the treasure chest from the wrong angle, there's actually a treasure chest hidden behind here, behind this tree. I think it might be this tree. Just attack. Just keep attacking. Maybe it's not. There's a tree somewhere in the first level, I know, that has a treasure chest hidden behind it. But regardless, whenever you pick up an item, it sends it forward and flying up in the air and forward. So yeah, you couldn't get that item. That item that you just saw, best item in the game, restores your health fully. It's an elixir. The chicken restores your health once. Just press Y. Just press Y. It'll restore your health. It restores 1 health.
Okay.
It restores 1 health. You just traded a full heal for a 1 health heal.
Oh, good.
And you couldn't get it back because it sends that's one minor complaint of the game, that whenever you pick up an item, it sends the other item flying backwards.
There's no collision.
Yeah, there's no collision on that. It's fine. I mean, it's just a treasure chest.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm not going to really complain about that. The items in the treasure chests are random. That's another complaint about the game. And also, there's another treasure chest in the second level where if you open it from the wrong angle, it sends the item instantly into a pit, and it's the angle that you're first going to try. I've sent that item into the pit, I think 3 out of 4 times of playing the game. The treasure chests are always in the same place. The game is not randomly generated in arcade mode, in story mode, I think as they call it. But yeah, the items are random. Now, in a roguelike, that's okay. In a Diablo type of game, that's okay. In an arcade game like this, I'm going to say it's not okay. The way that this game is designed is...
Oh, come on.
It's an arcade style game through and through. And it is designed as if it was designed in the 90s as a quarter muncher. I love that. That's a major plus for me, for the game. Is that gonna follow through to a modern audience very well? I don't think it is. But if it's gonna follow through on that promise of being an arcade style with an arcade style in mind in the design, I think that the treasure chests should have these same items in them every time. If you've ever played any kind of a shmup or a brawler, that's generally how they're going to be laid out, is that there's no randomness to it. You can you should be able to predict what's going to happen in the game at all times. It should be very difficult. But if you in an arcade game, the way that they're generally designed is that if you play through the game many times, maybe dozens of times, you should be able to memorize the game and beat the game without getting hit. Now, it should be the first several times you should get completely destroyed and have to spend, you know, many quarters to beat the game. You're about to approach the boss here. So, in order to accommodate that kind of gameplay, you need to have the treasure chests and everything be the same in the game as you play through it. It's like that for shmups. It's like that for pretty much any kind of an arcade-style game. Oh, you just died once. That's okay. You died once. So this boss is actually really easy, and especially with the wizard because of his his ranged attack is very powerful, and you can only hit this guy with the ranged attack.
Oh, come on, balls.
Just keep hitting him. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You're gonna get yourself healed at the end of the boss.
I didn't mean to die there.
You got a rank E. I think it's because you got killed. I seem to get a rank E every time I get killed. I wouldn't worry too much about the ranks though. So we're up into the store now. How much cash do you have? 52. So the first level generally provides you, I haven't been able to get more than about 60 to 62 or so coins in the first level. And the first level, the enemies do not respawn infinitely at all. So you're pretty much capped. I've gone back through the level and tried to get as much as 75 so that I get the power upgrade that you see right there, the extra strength. Yeah. The extra strength Advil there. You cannot get that in the first level as far as I know because the enemies just do not respawn in the first level. I would get the health up right here. All right. The 50 health up right there. You just got the speed up.
No, I was going the health up though, but I think I accidentally hit right.
I think you accidentally hit right. Yeah.
Well, that's not useful at all.
Yeah, the speed. Well, that's going to lead us into another point here. The speed up in the game is virtually useless because the game's already fast enough. The characters move fast enough. Even the slowest character, the dwarf, moves fast enough for the game. Because moving vertically up and down, you're going to get hit from off-screen enemies frequently. Really? Because of the zoom, because of the scale of the game. The pixel art, beautiful. I can't say enough about the artwork. It's great, right? Yeah. But it's too zoomed in for the gameplay. Yeah. It's too zoomed in for the gameplay. Only on the vertical axis. On the left to right axis, it's perfectly fine. You can see what's coming up for the most part. Very rarely will something off-screen hit you. But vertically, north to south, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit by things off-screen. It becomes glaringly evident in the third level. First and second level, not as much because most of the enemies are lumbering. But in the third level, you'll see why. If and when you get there, you're doing actually pretty well. And what was I saying before that? Yeah, just the speed. Yeah, the speed of the game, it's fast enough. The speed upgrade is the most worthless upgrade. You don't need to even get it until the very last point.
I don't like that I can shoot in 8 directions, but guys will stand in the blind spot between 2 angles and just hit me.
Yeah, they'll do that. And
who's this?
Yeah, the tentacle enemies aren't really that bad once you learn how to deal with them. When you see the tentacle enemy, you can actually do your dash attack, which is the X button. Oh. You can do your dash attack through them and then attack with your melee attack.
Oh, okay.
That's generally what I do to defeat them. You just have to be aware. There's one right behind you, right there. Yeah, then you're good. You're good to go. With the wizard, you probably actually might want to do your ranged attack because this does more damage. You pretty much almost never want to use your melee attack with the wizard here.
Yeah, it's kind of the message I'm
It's
getting.
weaker and slower, so there's really almost no point to doing it.
Wait, do these guys just spawn forever?
Yes, they do.
Really?
That is another point that I was going to get to. Yeah, that in the first level we established a rule that enemies do not infinitely respawn, right?
Yeah.
We've established that rule, and that's correct for an arcade game. That enemies should not infinitely respawn, especially because there are upgrades between levels, and each enemy drops a coin when you kill it. Oh. So there should not be the ability to grind.
No, but there is.
That's a bad incentive for the player to be able to grind in a game.
That's bad.
In the first level, there's no way to grind. As far as I can tell, there's no way to grind in the first level because there's a finite number of enemies. They appear where they're supposed to appear. You kill them, you move on. Second level, not so. They infinitely respawn. You can actually grind it out
How many levels are there? Do you know?
There are 4 levels in the game.
Okay.
There are only 4 levels, so that's another somewhat critique of the game.
What? Oh.
I have so many critiques of the game. There's so many negative critiques. There's so many positive things about the game as well, but there's so many negative critiques about the game. And I think that I'm one of the people in the world who is actually going to make a video about this game that is going to be able to articulate the best critiques of the game possible. Because I have played so many classic arcade games. There are very few people who have played as many classic arcade games as I have and are making videos about this game.
Well, yeah.
There's probably no one, actually.
Yeah.
Who has the experience that I do.
Come on, get out.
That is making a video about Battle Axe.
That's bull.
So I have a ton to say about it. A ton positive and a ton negative. One of the negative things, there are only 4 levels. The levels are fairly long, especially the later levels. From level 2 and on, they're pretty long.
How do I get through?
Oh, you have to go all the way around. You have to go all the way back, up and around. See here? Where I'm pointing? Yeah, you have to go all the way back, up and around. It's not that far. It won't take that long.
But why?
But yes, you have to destroy that key up at the top there. That generator up and to the left. Yeah, you just go up these steps and you'll get to it. It's not that far.
All right.
But
I just don't understand why that's even there.
Yeah, you have to destroy the generator to destroy this barrier. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't actually think of that as a negative, but I could see where you could come at that.
I don't really get the level design quite yet. I'm not sure what's,
But yeah, as far as the game only having 4 levels, it is pretty short. I imagine that it's pretty short. I actually haven't cleared it yet. I haven't been able to clear the game yet, unfortunately. But I played it for a couple hours last night, but I haven't been able to clear it yet.
Wait,
I just bought it yesterday. It just came out on Steam yesterday.
I can't
as
get
of this
here?
recording. No, you can't get through there. No, this is just the net. This is just a dead end. There's nothing here. You got to go back up. You're going the wrong way. Yeah, you're going the wrong way. You got to go across the bridge here, and did you destroy the key across this way here? So they could have more levels in the game, and here's how you could do it. Now, I understand that it takes a long time to make pixel art this detailed. That right there, just destroy that generator. Yeah, just destroy that generator and then go back down the steps down here and to the right and then loop around.
Got it.
So I think one way that they could make this game have more levels is add, maybe between the 3rd and 4th level, add a new 4th level, which would make the 4th level the 5th level now. If you follow me, what I would do for an additional level is to take the pixel art from the 1st level, the forest, right? And I would just palette swap it, make it dark.
Okay, come on.
And now, instead of a forest, you got a spooky forest. You make a spooky forest level. So it looks different. It looks different enough. Believe me, palette swaps make people think that the game is different enough.
Oh, no.
Make people think that the artwork is different enough. It'll make it interesting enough. I know it's a little bit cheap, but it'll give you a 5th level.
It's over.
Yeah, Ed died.
I did not enjoy that as much as I was hoping to.
So the items are random. You can grind, as we discovered. In the 2nd level, you can grind, but only in the 2nd level and on. The 1st level, you get barely enough coins if you do just a run through to get the HP up.
But why?
To get the HP up. Yeah, it is a little bit weird the way that's designed.
Should we 2-player? Should I go again?
I've got so much to say about it.
We're gonna go again.
Yeah, an auto attack would be nice. We already talked about that one. The scale is nice. I mean, the scale for the artwork is nice,
yeah,
but for the
great.
gameplay, it's a little bit bad just because of the speed of the game for the north and south, right? As we talked about before. It's just, sometimes you can't see what's coming up when you're moving north to south because it's a widescreen game, and you pretty much have to make a game for widescreen. You shouldn't make it 4:3. Then, I mean, you're essentially just limiting the horizontal axis.
Come on, dude!
Just get the chicken.
Did you
You'll
just
heal.
happen?
You'll heal. Yeah, I saw. He bit you.
It kind of makes me angry.
One thing, though, that I have to say that is nice about the game, that's really nice about the game, there's no contact damage. If you touch an enemy, you don't get hurt. You can actually just touch the enemies and you don't get hurt. They have to do an attack animation when you get close to them. When you get close to them, they'll do an attack animation and hit you. So you do have a little bit of time to react, and yeah. So yeah, you're still at full health, so I wouldn't worry too much about this.
But they're like your blind spot. Come on, you want to hit them, but you're 3 degrees off, and so you're gonna take a hit, which feels really terrible because you just want to aim in the direction that you're standing and not the 8 direction that it forces you into. I guess that's kind of a minor thing, all things considered, especially because it is an old school style game.
So yeah, the first level sets a rule though that the enemies don't respawn. Second level, they respawn. basically infinitely. And the tentacles in the second level do not give you a coin. Another thing I want to say is...
Wait, okay, yeah.
Another thing I was about to say, you can't really demonstrate it anymore, but you see the angle of this bridge right here that you just came off of? It's not at 45 degrees where you could shoot. Like, shoot 45 degrees right now. You see how it hits at the end there?
Yeah.
It's not... Like, you can't hit the enemy that's at the end of this bridge.
Yeah.
And that can be kind of annoying. If the bridges were at 45 degrees, it would be easier to aim, and it would be... You see here, you can hit. It's just a little awkward and clunky. This is more of a minor complaint. I wouldn't necessarily make that a major change if the developers were going to take note and make any changes based on what we're saying, which I don't expect that they will. But if they did, that would not necessarily be something that I would absolutely change. But that's just a suggestion. And that would also require the artwork to be changed, which I think it might be too much to ask. But it is a minor complaint that they should be at 45 degrees so that you can hit the enemies that are across. It can just kind of give a bad feeling to the player. It just doesn't feel that good when you're coming across those diagonal bridges and you just can't hit what you wanted to hit. So yeah, diagonals. So another thing that a lot of arcade games will do...
I've discovered a bug.
You did? Oh yeah, you walk backwards. You can kind of moonwalk. Oh, that's kind of neat.
Sorry, you were about to say.
I mean, I appreciate that you found the bug. That's another critique, another note we could make of the game. So a lot of times arcade games will block off previous areas. As you enter a new area, as you enter the next part of a level, it'll block off the previous area. The reason why they do that is because they want to keep you pushing on. They don't want the player to be lost in the game. You cannot be lost in an arcade game because the incentive of the arcade game is to munch as many quarters. It's to steal as many quarters from the player as they possibly can, right? If the player's lost, they're not spending money. If the player's not getting hit by enemies and getting themselves killed, they're not getting money. Now, if they wanted to fully go into the arcade design, that would be blocking off where you have been at certain checkpoints. Like maybe when you cross that bridge right here, because you're almost at the boss right here. This is the boss area. So maybe when you cross that bridge and at maybe 2 or 3 points during the level beforehand, blocking off the previous areas that the player has been to give it even more of an arcade design type of feel to it. Just don't die and you'll be fine. Yeah, dodging, using the dodge attack here is actually how I usually beat this boss. And the wizard actually has the best dodge attack in the game. It respawns really fast. Oh, that's another thing I should note, that you notice how the player blinks when you're right after you do the dash attack? That's just to show that it's the cooldown has diminished, right? Oh, you actually did not get enough this time.
Why? I thought I killed everything.
Yeah, I would either buy a magic troll or a chicken here. Probably just buy a chicken.
Thanks.
You didn't kill enough enemies. That's what happened. You didn't kill enough enemies. You didn't encounter enough of them.
Can I hold both of these things?
You can't, no. So you just have to go to the next level, holding a chicken, and if you get hit, just press Y, and you'll heal 1 health.
Great.
Yeah, another thing about the upgrades, now that we're on the upgrade screen.
Oh, come on!
The upgrades...
Did you see that?
Yeah, he just lands on you. Now, in defense of the game, there is a shadow where he's about to drop down.
No,
so if you are paying attention, he will drop down. It has killed me, and I've been really pissed about it too.
He landed and immediately attacked me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe there should be a delay of a second or something before he can attack you, before an enemy can attack you after he lands off of that shadow there.
Okay. This is bad.
I honestly probably would not block off the previous areas, though, because it actually is not an arcade game. It's an arcade-style game that's on modern consoles.
Yeah.
So I probably would not block off previous areas. If the player wants to go back and explore and dig for other items that they might have, dig for items and treasure chests that they might have missed, other paths they might have missed, I think they should be allowed to do that. So I wouldn't necessarily get rid of that.
Is everything dying 1 hit in this game?
For the most part, yeah. The wizard's ranged attack is really fucking powerful.
Manly Chester. Yeah, it does seem really, really powerful.
Yeah, he starts with 4 health, which the rogue and the wizard both start with 4 health. The dwarf starts with 5 health.
Okay.
So that's one of the advantages of being the dwarf. But the dwarf is really slow, which doesn't really matter. Speed is not that important in the game. So the speed upgrade is actually bad, except for maybe for the dwarf. It's okay for the dwarf to get a little bit faster because he starts off pretty slow, but movement speed really isn't that important in the game. It really doesn't add that much. It doesn't really add any power to your character. There's also an easy and a hard mode in the game. I don't know. I haven't figured out the difference between the two.
You know what's funny? I just noticed. They drew all the pixel art and they drew the shadows to the pixel art.
Yeah.
And there was a situation where what happens if you know what? I just found it. I was gonna say what happens when you're standing over a cliff? You can't have a shadow showing where there's no ground below you, right? I was gonna say their solution was just to make it so you can't walk that far off a platform.
Oh yeah.
So that it would require them to draw. But actually that's not true because you can do it right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the shadow does. Yeah, almost nobody's ever gonna notice that. But yeah, that's a little piece of. Yeah, visually it looks wrong, right? But they probably figure nobody's ever gonna notice that. But we did. Or GameSoup.
I mean, look at the art on this thing. It looks so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's so smooth.
You see this guy a lot.
Yeah.
This goblin or whatever you want to call this guy. This grunt that lumbers towards you. Yeah. And I mean, it's skeletons and goblinish type of guys. But
yeah.
I do like the design. Like the design's masterful. Great. I like the design of the guy, and you see him a lot, so that's good. It's a good thing to say. That he looks cool. He's like a kind of a burly little, I don't know, creature of some kind. But he looks cool. You see him a lot. You keep killing him. I don't really have a problem with it.
Why do these guys have random names that you rescue?
Yeah, I don't know. They might be people. I think they might
backers.
I think they might be backers.
They must be backers.
They've got to be Kickstarter. I'm pretty sure they're Kickstarter backers because I noticed one of them was named Cat Pee.
Matt Hitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're probably Kickstarter backers. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, this game is. I would compare this game to Gauntlet, maybe Golden Axe, and there was an old game. I think it was called Gaiaopolis. I'm not sure, but there was an old game, an old arcade game. I can't remember. It's Gaia something, Gaiapolis or something like that. Huh. And I used to play that. It was an old. I had the ROM on MAME,
and
it was an obscure arcade game. So there's a few comparisons of this game, but yeah, I mean it's reminiscent of a lot of old arcade games. I think probably the most mainstream would probably be Gauntlet, that it's the closest to.
I have a question for you, Joe.
Yeah.
How come there's this red bar on the UI for hits on the top left corner? What's the point? Is it for score?
Oh, that's a combo meter.
But what does it do?
8-hit combo, and I think maybe you get some points. I actually haven't really figured that system out. Let it run out and see what happens. Let's see. It gives you extra points. When the combo meter runs out, when it finally runs out, you get extra points. So probably the longer you let the combo meter go, the more points you get. But the points in the game really don't matter. You just get a high score locally.
Yeah, thank God. I'm so glad when I get points. They really matter.
Yeah, there's a lot of points in the game. And when you save people, yeah, you just get points.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. That did not just happen. I was standing on top of a guy and attacked him. I'm mashing the button. He hits me. I do not hit him. I don't agree with that, sir. I don't agree with your analysis of that situation. You looked away for a second, Joe, but I promise it happened, and it was really frustrating.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't watching.
No, I mean you're not obligated to watch me like I'm.
I was consulting my notes here. I took a lot of notes while playing the game.
Yeah.
I would also say the game does not have a modern control scheme. I think you would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't fix your aim in one direction even.
And it's only 8 directions.
Like it could be a twin stick shooter, right?
Yeah.
And that would be a much more modern design.
Probably should be.
And actually, Hank Nieborg worked on twin stick shooter. I think it was called Xeno something, Xeno Crisis or Xenomorphs or something like that. Xeno something. But he worked on a twin stick shooter actually. But yeah, that would be somewhat more modern, or at least some way to fix your aim in a single direction.
Yeah.
Would be a more modern control scheme, among other things. But I would say now I'm going to come to the full defense of the game though in this case and say that that's completely correct. This game is marketed towards me.
Okay.
There's a small segment of, I'm going to call them gamers, that this game is marketed towards. most younger gamers are not going to remember. They're not going to remember arcade games unless they're, you know, what you would call retro gamers now, who play MAME ROMs and stuff.
Right.
Right. There's very few young people who are going to understand the design choices in this game. So and they're going to think that the control is not good. The control is actually exactly as it should be. This is what it should be like.
Are you sure though?
Yes.
Toby the good boy.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I could hear arguments to the contrary though. Yeah, sure. You have to be facing the direction that you attack, so you have to move backward and forwards, and it really does feel like an old arcade game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come to the defense of the game in that the niche that it's aimed at is it's pretty narrow. And I hope that doesn't just show. I hope that doesn't show in the sales numbers. I don't know how narrow that niche is. I hope that the game sells well. So far, it looks like it hasn't sold that well on Steam at the very least, because on Steam, it only has a couple reviews. Yeah, it doesn't have many reviews.
Which, based purely on the videos and photos. Oh, come on!
Yeah, you're almost dead.
Based on the videos and footage of the game, I wouldn't buy it. It looks great, but I don't know, and it doesn't have great reviews either. So.
Well, we did. We both bought it. We've actually bought 2 copies of the game.
Oh, I did buy it. Yeah, I did. Are you?
All right, so Ed died.
No, okay. This is, Yep. I agree with you that this is, I guess, how the gameplay should be, but it doesn't control... It doesn't have to be this way. It just should be this way because of the genre that it's channeling, but that doesn't mean it should be this way. It doesn't have to be this way, and it shouldn't be this way. It feels bad to control because you only have 8 directions. We live in a world now where we can function with 360 different directions instead of just the 8.
Yeah, you can move in 360 directions. Okay, so you've approached the boss. You want to press the Y button to throw your bomb at him. There you go. And now you just want to mash your ranged attack on him. That's pretty much all you want to do here. Oh, you did a lot of damage actually with that bomb.
Yeah, dash away. He's got a health bar.
Yeah, he's got a health bar. He's almost dead. Yeah, I think you're gonna actually clear this, which is great. And also, I would like to take a real quick moment to thank my wife for holding the baby for 2 hours last night while I played this game so that I could take notes and give a wonderful presentation on this game on the following day.
Can I sell you something?
Baby, you can sell me everything.
Okay, now you've got 186 coins. So now you've got a lot of coins. You do not want strength because strength is just your melee attack. You want to get the far right projectile power up. That's what you want. You want to take that no matter what.
But everything dies in 1 hit.
Yeah, but not in the next level. And plus for bosses. So I would just take that right away, and then you want to take the life up. The life up is important. Speed's not important, and the power up's not important for you. So you want to take a chicken.
What's the magic scroll?
The magic scroll is a screen nuke, which is good for bosses, not great in just normal playing because your attack pretty much kills everything in 1 hit.
Yeah.
So the magic scroll is not really that useful. It's kind of a throwback from Gauntlet, where you have your screen nukes, which are more useful in that because there's a lot more enemies on screen at a time, but in this there's not that many enemies on screen at a time. Don't step on those bear traps. if that's not obvious, don't step on those bear traps. And if you get far enough in this level, you're going to see a palette swap. An indoor. There's an indoor area. Actually, no, it's not necessarily a palette swap, but it's an indoor area, and it just shows they could have made like a dungeon level or a spooky forest level. That's just a palette swap of existing artwork in order to increase the length of the game. And I know it feels a little bit cheap to do something like that, but I think that's correct to do in this game because 4 levels is just not enough. And I understand that it takes a fuck ton of time to make this artwork. Believe me. I mean, I'm an artist. I make fucking artwork for video games.
There it is.
I know.
Cat P.
Cat P. Yeah, there he is.
Aren't these enemies? Are they even palette swaps of the first level enemies? Or are they just the same enemies? Not that guy. That guy. This guy. Isn't this just a palette swap? Didn't they used to be green?
These guys, these guys right here, these are just palette swaps.
So we're already seeing
there are palette swaps of enemies, but I'm just saying they could palette swap like the first level and make a spooky forest. The first level is a forest, right? Just fucking palette swap the trees and the shit, like this tree right here.
Yeah.
Just palette swap that shit, make it purple, dark purple. There you go. You got a spooky forest. Oh, yeah. Enemies come running off the side of the screen. If you're moving vertically, especially up and down, especially in this level, you're going to notice it a lot. Enemies come running in off the side of the screen. Those knights with the shields and those green orc type of guys, they come running in. You're just going to...
Yo!
There you go. Perfect example. Right there, right as I was talking about it. Yeah.
No.
You are going to get hit many times from that. That's how you're going to get hit in this level. That's what gets you hit. Yep. That's why a speed upgrade really isn't necessary because you need to inch your way forward, especially in level 3 in this game.
That's garbage.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest critiques of the game, actually, is that enemies will run in off the side of the screen and you have absolutely no time to react.
Now, like, if you're trying to put this game in an actual arcade, sure, do that. But you're not, and this is not an arcade game, so don't do that.
I would say even if it's an arcade game, I wouldn't even do it.
I mean, Time Crisis 2 gets away with it, right?
Yeah, Time Crisis 2 gets away with having cheap enemies, but most arcade games do have some kind of a cheap enemy, but I don't know, it doesn't feel good.
Wait, this is the beginning of the level.
Yes, actually, you will get lost in the third level.
I am already lost in
Yeah,
fact.
you want to just... Here's the trick to this level. North. Just go north.
Okay.
Always head north. You'll find the right way.
Damn, I was hoping this would be... Oof. I'm I don't want to use that word, because that... Oof. Oof.
So, yeah, there is item flicker in the game. I'm not sure if the coins flicker, though.
They do.
The coins do flicker away?
Coins disappear and they flicker,
so there's item flicker. That is a throwback to arcade games, so, you know, it was a way to save memory back in the old days, right? But with modern game design...
No longer necessary.
No longer necessary, right? We can process this kind of high-bit pixel art on any modern PC. Any PC in the last 20 years can run this game pretty well. So we don't necessarily need to flicker away any kind of items that appear. If you want to keep to the old arcade style, you can do it. So I'm gonna say it's a toss-up. It's fair in this game to have them disappear. All right, but
is it though?
It's fair. If I was the designer, I would not have it. I would just say fuck the old style. And
what about that is fair in this day and age?
It's not fair in this day and age, but we're comparing. This game should be compared to old arcade games. It does so many things in the way that an old arcade game does, and very few people are going to understand the design sensibilities behind a game like this. So that's why I feel like I'm pretty much the perfect guy to review a game like this. I think you just used your magic roll.
I meant to hit guys, but they keep coming in my blind corners.
Yeah,
I just can't hit them. All right.
So yeah, I wish. Yeah, I think we could have helped. Like, I think if we were playtesters on this game, I think especially if I was a playtester on this game, when I just made a video, we made a video on GameSoup, and yeah, they just run off the side of the screen to fucking kill you. If we would have done this before the game released, I think we could have made the game better. I mean, I don't mean to get like a big head about it and be rude about this.
No, but
and think that we're anything. Yeah, like we're the authority on game reviews, but
we're critical. We're jerks about most things. So,
but yeah, especially on Wild Game Appears, we tend to be very critical about games, and I think we could have helped them improve the game vastly. So
that's disappointing.
I've never played 2-player mode on the game.
Shall we?
So yeah, why don't you take controller 2? I'll take controller 1. We're gonna try this on 2-player mode, which you've never done before, and I have a feeling this might have a similar problem to another game called Enter the Gungeon.
Yep. Yeah, this is really disappointing because I'd only heard about this game maybe like a week or two ago when you told me about it, right? Or I forget exactly how we stumbled upon it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't on my radar, and then when I saw the screenshots and the footage, it looked to be like remember those Game Boy Advance Lord of the Rings games? They were like sort of hack and slashes?
Yeah.
I was really hoping for a hack and slash style game, but this is
I was kind of thinking, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking it was going to be kind of a Diablo game, except in pixel art style.
Yeah, exactly.
And that there was going to be some kind of a meta upgrade system, and that it was going to be more of a modern design. Now, I'm actually not disappointed in how the game... I'm going to pick the... I mean, unless you want to be the elf, but I think I'm going to pick the elf.
Right, I'll be the Marauder.
You pick the Marauder, just so we can see the other characters.
I mean, this art would look right at home on the... Oh, he's so slow.
So, let's try... Does it go split screen? That's what I'm wondering. Go to the right.
All right.
Just try to split off from me.
Nope.
It does not. So I think what we're going to have is we're going to have a big problem with enemies coming off the side here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, if we can't see... Yeah, we're not going to be able to see off the side of the screen here.
Right.
So yeah, this is probably gonna, especially in the third level, if we manage to get there, this is gonna be a major issue. We're still on easy mode, right?
Yeah, we still are.
So we are just playing the game on easy mode. Yeah, just take the 3 keys, it's fine.
I think we'll be okay. 2 of us. Now, this does feel very, very different playing as the melee character.
Yeah, he's kind of a mix. He's kind of a mix of a melee character. He's kind of in between as far as melee and projectiles go. I would say he's a little bit more of a shooty guy.
Yeah. He shoots literal cannons.
Yeah.
Cannonballs, not cannons, cannonballs.
Yeah, the rogue is the melee character for sure. The rogue is the best melee character. And
Does she even have a ranged attack?
Yeah, but it's slow. It has a long cooldown. You see? You see how slow it is?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. So she's pretty bad as far as ranged goes, but her dash attack is the best in the game, and her melee attack is the best in the game.
Oh, the dash is an attack too.
Yeah. Well, her dash is. The wizard's is not.
Oh, okay.
His dash is the only dash attack that is not is the wizard.
Right.
Oh, I'm just gonna eat my turkey here. And also, your guy starts with more health.
Right.
That's one of his advantages. And his speed is slow, which is supposedly a disadvantage, but it's really not.
Yeah. So far, it seems like the difference between characters, it depends on which button you have to mash.
Right.
For the wizard, it's the B button. For my guy, it's the A button. And for the rogue, I'm not really sure which button you mash. I guess the teleport button, right?
Yeah, you would hit the teleport, you dash in, and then mash A when you get in, and you kill them.
So that's not that great. Oh, come on! He threw a rock right into my dumb head. My dumb, large head.
Yeah, so far I would say that the rogue is my favorite character.
Okay.
I think she might be the best character in the game. When I played it, the first time I played the game, I played as the wizard, then I tried the dwarf, then I think I tried the rogue last. I think that was the order, but it doesn't really matter. Wait, I think the rogue seems to be the best character in my opinion.
Hold on, does the wizard stand still when you shoot? Didn't he? Isn't that what he was doing? Was I able to walk and shoot?
I think the wizard actually stops when he shoots. Yeah, but this dwarf guy does not.
So that's interesting. If you hold the B button with any character, and you attack, and you continue to hold the B button, you just get stuck in the...
Yeah, you get stuck in that position, but you can't... It doesn't auto-attack. You would think that holding the B button would cause the character to face that direction and then auto-attack. It's almost as if that was programmed, but it doesn't do the attack. It just auto-faces in one direction.
Yeah.
It's odd. Yeah, it is really weird.
That's a massive... I mean, that's so large that I would say it's impossible for that to have been an oversight.
Yeah, I wish that there was an auto-attack in the game, really. I wish that you could just at least for shooting.
Yeah.
That there was.
Yeah, again, for this character, it's as fast as I can possibly mash, which is
so this boss is actually kind of hard for the rogue because your shooting attack is so slow, right? But luckily I've got you here, so
come on.
It should be fine.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
But it's just one on screen at a time, so if you get him close enough, it's not too bad.
Boy, you best get out my way, boy.
Yeah, just don't die.
So we can't actually hit this guy as a melee character.
No.
That's okay. It's the first boss of the game.
But I mean,
forced to use.
I think the dwarf is actually more of a ranged character. I'd say his range is better.
Okay. Do we combine our coins?
I don't think we do. So I think we're not going to be able to afford a damn thing here. So I would just buy a turkey each. That's me, one piece. So I guess you'll get a chance.
That sucks.
Yep.
Well, I have full. Oh, that's right. A turkey is only one health.
Yeah, it only heals 1 health.
That sucks. The Forgotten Mines.
Yeah, the items are random. So if you get that elixir, you're very lucky, and they're pretty rare. I think that the drop rate on the elixirs is really low.
Also, something that I would like to point out to you right now.
Yeah.
Is that the bullet that spawns when I attack with my character does not spawn where I want it to spawn.
I know, it doesn't spawn in the middle of the character.
It spawns here on the left.
Yep, it spawns on the left,
right.
and then it spawns on the right when you're facing down. Yes, it spawns off of the shoulder of the character based on what? Yeah, based on, well, the artwork.
Physiologically, it spawns in the correct place. Game logically,
it spawns in the wrong place.
It's completely wrong.
Yeah, it's very. It is actually.
Look! Oh my god!
It's harder to aim. Yes, it's harder to aim. He's my least favorite character in the game, and that's part of the reason why.
You can't just stand in front of a guy and shoot him, and it just goes over his shoulder. You can't do that.
Yeah, I would just say don't actually pick him anymore. I would say you gotta pick either the wizard or the rogue. If you want melee, you pick the rogue. If you want range, you pick the wizard. I think that's kind of the case with this game.
Yeah, I couldn't articulate it before, but that's exactly what's happening. That's why I feel so bad. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating, and I think the game actually has the enter the gungeon problem, where the enemies are coming off the side of the screen, and if we split apart too far, the character that is at the farthest edge of the screen is at a disadvantage because an enemy can just come off the screen and just gank you.
Yeah.
For a whole health, which is a lot in this game. A whole health is 25% of your life bar.
Yeah.
If you're the rogue or the wizard, or 20% if you're the dwarf, which is significant as well.
Oh, these guys don't die in one hit to my melee attacks.
No, they don't. No, you got to upgrade the melee attack, which is what I wish you could do after the first level, but you cannot.
Yeah. I have no idea why that's a thing. Why do they decide to limit?
Yeah, so we probably aren't going to be able to upgrade ourselves fully on 2-player mode because we have a limited amount that we can pick up.
But we can just grind forever, right?
We could just grind forever.
Come
That's
on.
one possible option. Yeah, that skeleton gave you a hit there. You can use your turkey. Yeah, you might as well just use it. Yeah, there's really no reason, as far as I can tell, to not use the turkey when you're missing a health. Oh yeah, we gotta go around and hit the switch here. It's pretty easy. Yeah, the enemies are gonna infinitely spawn here.
That's so weird that they infinitely respawn and they also drop money.
Yeah, it is odd. You would think even if they do respawn, just make them not drop money.
Yeah.
If they're just the respawn version of the enemies, don't drop money because you shouldn't be able to grind. The temptation should just not be there. And in an arcade game, it wouldn't even be there.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to just do something easy over and over again in order to get enough money to upgrade your character infinitely.
So, I mean, there's sort of a fragile balance that exists here.
Yeah, the first time that I discovered something like that was actually Rygar for the NES.
Oh, yeah?
You could level up in that game. The more enemies you kill, the more you level up, and it just levels up your hit points in that game. Essentially, that's all it does. It's a very rudimentary level up system. But what my dad actually discovered, I'm not going to take credit for him, my dad discovered it. But what you could do is you could take a turbo controller and you could put a rubber band and a quarter onto the controller holding down the B button so that it would just constantly attack at a spot where an enemy spawns. And you would just kill the same enemy over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you would just leave it on for about 6 hours, we figured out, and you would get max level.
Jeez.
And then you could play through the rest of the game at max level.
Alright. Look at this layering, by the way, on my character.
And this game might have a spot where you could do that. Oh yeah, the layering is a little bit odd.
It's
yeah,
totally wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely wrong on that rope there.
But it's because, I guess, of where your origin is, because as soon as I step down in front of it...
Yeah, is this made in Game Maker? I'm not really sure.
I doubt it. I don't know. I guess one way to tell... The easiest way to tell if a game was made in Game Maker is to find a fatal error. Is to try to crash the game and see what kind of error message pops up.
Yeah.
Which is actually, it's a horrible thing to have to do, you know?
Well, I haven't found any significant bugs that are significant enough to cause a crash, so that's good.
I would be amazed
That's
if you
good.
had.
I think the game is at least well tested enough for that. Oh! This is the treasure chest here that I forgot to mention, that if you hit this from this angle where you actually hit it,
everything goes up
it'll
here.
fly over the edge, yeah. But luckily it was just coins, so the coins don't all fly over the edge. A couple of them did, if you notice, but
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, it's not. The design of where that treasure chest is, I'm not sure if it's there just to troll the player. If it is there to troll the player, it's awful design.
Yeah.
If it's there just by mistake, it's still not.
pretty
It's still
awful.
not good. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's awful. I would just say it's slightly less than awful.
Yeah.
It's still not good though.
That kind of blows my mind. You think with a game with only 4 levels, that would be one of the things.
Yeah, you want the level design to be really on point if it's only 4 levels. Yeah, I agree. So we're gonna go down here.
Well, we're doing better though. This is the 3rd level, right?
Yeah, no, this is the 2nd.
Oh, son of a bitch! I thought we were doing better.
We haven't lost. Neither of us has lost a life yet. Actually, I think we only each started with 2 lives instead of the full 3.
Oh, well, we haven't died though.
Yeah, we haven't died. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you actually only start with 2 lives on 2 players.
Oh,
that's one difference. This is actually more fun and better than I was expecting it to be as far as off-screen enemies go. But I think it's going to change in the next level.
Yeah.
I think our opinion is going to drastically change in the next level when we have more of those enemies that do the dash attacks from off-screen into the character. Because I know on 1 player it's even annoying, and on 2 players I can't even imagine. It's going to be pretty terrible. Two players of different speeds.
Yeah.
It could be even worse. So yeah, who knows? We should probably take the coins out of these guys.
We probably should. I mean,
how many coins do we have? Yeah,
Bitch.
I need at least 75 coins before we get out of the level.
Yeah.
So that I can get the power upgrade. And you're gonna want about 100 coins.
Oh, Jesus. I mean,
which you're close to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't want to go. We don't want to get to the boss before we get those 2 amounts. This
you know
is the
where
boss.
Oh, it is.
I think this is the boss actually. So let's see if we can't grind this out.
I'm sure there's a point, as you said in this game, where you can just continuously auto attack and grind.
Yeah, so you're gonna want to get to 100. I want to get to 75, essentially. Now, don't worry about the tentacle because they don't give any coins.
Okay.
Yeah. That's part of the game, man.
I feel like I should have. I mean, that one was probably my fault.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players aren't going to be going backwards like this here. But yeah, we gotta watch out for those fucking flame burners.
It's so zoomed in. I think that's part of why I think it looks like Game Boy
it's just so zoomed in. It's just so zoomed in, yeah.
Yeah. There's no excuse. There's no reason for it to be. The pixel art would look just as good.
Yeah, I mean, you could just make it. You could just increase the resolution.
There's no option to do that in the game.
And just make it more high bit, as they call it. Yeah, I wish it would zoom out a little bit more. I remember there used to be mods for Diablo 2 where you could zoom out. You could see almost the entire level. Yeah. And then if you're a sorceress, you could just warp.
How?
You could warp across the whole level.
How come there aren't guys spawning?
Yeah, they're not spawning.
Is it possible they're not actually infinite? Oh, they might be though.
I'm pretty sure they are. You just have to get to the right spot.
Or maybe they're infinite only in certain
yeah, maybe in certain spots. I did test it out last night, and I did notice that there were many of the same enemies.
Because we've gone
a lot. Yeah. Fucking! That pisses me off. You're down to 2 life. Maybe it wasn't worth coming back. Maybe we should just go to try to clear the boss.
All right, let's try
without our coins. Fuck.
That sucks.
Yeah, let's just take it slow.
Yeah, where are the enemies though? Because they were spawning infinitely when I was playing this level.
I mean, it'll suck if we don't get our full upgrades though between now and the next level.
Oh, there's some.
Maybe they'll infinitely spawn here. Just run around, just kind of. I wonder if there's like trigger points or something here. What if we back off? What if we go off a screen? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, just to go off a screen.
Look, when I was playing on this on one player, I mean,
it sucks that we're grinding. We're making a fucking video here about the game, and it sucks that we're grinding. But I think let's just keep going here because there's no flame burners here to fuck us over. I say we just keep moving here.
All right. But like this is it. There's okay. Yeah, this.
Yeah, I got 72. I need 3 more. You need 2 more. So we'll get it. We'll get it.
That, yeah.
All right. 1 more for you. 3 more for me.
Yeah, I wonder if this is, it's certainly easier with 2 people. I think because as one person it's hard to cover all your bases because you can only shoot in 8 directions.
Yeah.
Your melee is very limited.
Yeah, I think if you get a melee character and a ranged character, which you've got the range covered, I've got the melee covered, I think we're in better shape.
Yeah. It does seem like one of those rare games where it's enhanced by playing with 2 people. There we go. Almost there.
But at the same time, it does have the problem that Enter the Gungeon has that, one of the players is always going to be closer to the edge of the screen than the other, and if enemies are running in off the side of the screen or there's flame burners coming up, it's going to cause some issues. Okay, let me get 2 more and then we'll be good to go. I'm pretty sure that that's going to lead us to the last boss when we get to that ending area. So come over to the left here. Let's just grind out 2 more enemies here.
Why are they spawning so very slowly?
And they really are.
Come on, we don't have all day. Can we? What if we head back towards the boss? Well, surely we'll encounter 2 enemies on the way back to the boss, right? We must.
I hope so. I hope that we do. I hope that we do such a thing.
Is there anything more thrilling than walking back through an empty level? Except for tentacles?
Yeah, the tentacle, I mean, we're getting 500 points every time. So that's not to be discounted. Also, I should definitely take point.
Yeah. Isn't it to be discounted, though? It is to be discounted.
Yeah.
It absolutely is to be discounted.
Yeah, the points are to be discounted. I mean, it is an arcade-style game through and through. All right, but we do have the number of coins that we want here.
Yeah.
So I think we can go to the boss.
Yeah,
I was right. I was definitely right. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. There's no contact damage on this boss, so I can just run up to it. I can just rush him and mash. So I'm going to do that. And you're gonna love it. You're gonna like the way you look.
I am gonna love it.
Look at how much fucking damage I can do to this guy.
So is my melee attack stronger than my?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's maybe equal for you.
Oh, I don't love.
There's really not that much reason to just stay the fuck away. Just try to dodge.
Yeah.
I'll just fucking tank this shit. All right, we got him.
Right, good. DG.
The guy, the rogue, did the tanking.
That wasn't really that hard. I'm just kind of a moron. We did it.
All right. So we can each get the upgrades that we wanted. So I'm just going to get extra strength here, extra strength Tylenol, and Ed is going to want to get the far right one.
Oh, projectile.
The projectile power up. You could also get the health one, but then you're only going to be able to get one of it. And it goes up in value. It goes up to 75. It costs 75 to get the second upgrade. So this is probably our best bet.
Oh, this thing.
This is going to be very hard. This is going to be extremely hard with 2 players. I'm going to try to like let you take point because
Yeah.
you're slower. I don't want to rush ahead too much.
Keep your
'cause
finger on
I'm
that
gonna get
warp button.
I'm gonna get ourselves killed here. Yeah, you definitely. Oh, I got fucking hit anyway. Even though I thought I dashed through that fire, but I guess it wasn't good enough.
Wow.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna make it through this.
This is not how you make a game harder, by the way.
Yeah, I would agree. So yeah, we're gonna just keep heading north. I think we don't want to really screw around with this level too much. I think we just want to try to get through it as fast as we can. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of off-screen damage, especially with 2 players here. This is pretty much going as I expected. We've both taken one off-screen annoying damage so far.
You sit back and you make this face. Everyone knows that face.
We have to destroy something to get through here. Yeah, this.
Yeah. When you get hit off screen, this is not good at all, sir.
All right, but yeah, let's just keep moving
Oh, did we
to
destroy
the
it?
north. Yeah, yeah, it's destroyed.
Now the only way to be safe here is to just constantly be shooting ahead, and even then.
Yeah,
You're not
you need to be
guaranteed.
constantly shooting.
Oh, this is bad. Okay, I stepped on a spike. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you can't get the. It doesn't matter though. It's just a gem. Gems don't give coins.
But they give
Gems are
points.
they're just points. Yeah. So
And
it
if
doesn't
points
matter.
had any value, they would.
Oh, this guy right here.
Oh,
This
yeah?
guy will charge you.
Oh,
He'll charge you fast. This is not where we want to be
Oh.
though. We want to be going as north as possible. In order to avoid as many encounters as we can, so that we can maybe get to the end of this level, which would be really cool.
so you've been to the last level.
I have seen the last level, yeah. Yeah, the artwork is really cool in the last level too. The artwork's really cool in all the levels. I'm not gonna say anything bad about. You can't say anything bad about the
Yeah.
artwork. The artwork in the last level is really cool. It's like a lava volcano fortress kind of.
We're back at the beginning,
Are we?
I think.
Yeah, you might be right.
Also,
But yeah, you can't change the key bindings, so you can't press the L trigger to do your dashes, as I love to do.
Also, can I say this soundtrack by Minan Matsumae?
Yeah.
Haven't heard any of it yet.
Why? I like this song. This actually might be my favorite song in the year.
I mean,
From what I've
we've
heard.
just been killing guys and blowing things up this whole time. I haven't actually had a chance.
Yeah,
to
we haven't really
still.
paid that much attention to it.
I mean, I guess it's okay. Doesn't remind me of.
Mega Man?
Yeah.
No, doesn't. Yeah, it's not really Mega Man style.
It
but-
shouldn't though. It doesn't have to remind me of that.
Yeah,
you know,
I think it's for the style of the game. I think it's correct. So this is the wrong way. This might be the wrong way. Well, we found another guy. Yeah, this level's a little bit of a more maze-like than others. I think we might be the wrong. I think we might have gone the wrong way. This level's a little more maze-like. Yeah,
I don't think we've been up here though. To the right.
I think we have. Yeah, I think we want to go to the left here because I think we saved the guy there earlier. I think we want to just go up here.
What's up here?
Whenever you can go north,
Nope.
it's correct. Yeah, this is correct.
It is. There's a chest that we've already opened though.
Yeah, I know, but it's correct to go
Oh.
north.
Oh!
Like I said, it's always correct to go north.
Yeah, you're
That's what
right.
I discovered after playing the game several times. You just keep going north in this level. Even though, yeah, you kind of get lost, but if you just try to go north, it generally will get you where you want to be.
Nintendo.
Yeah, you can't have a name on Nintendo. That's almost just a copyright infringement there. Your patron just makes a copyright infringement. What if your patron's name is Yoshi, the Yoshi from Mario?
Hey.
His name is all one word, Yoshi, the Yoshi from Mario.
You know, I was dreaming last night. That's actually not relevant to this story, but I was thinking we should play through Yoshi's story for the N64 because it's not a great game,
We can do it.
but I played a ton of it when I was a kid.
It's not that long.
It's also not that long. Yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely
And
do
it's
it.
very fun.
That's like shorter than Mischief Makers. even.
Yeah. And
It's a pretty
actually,
short
that was
game.
the second thought that I had was we should play Mischief.
Yeah, we
Makers.
should fucking play Mischief Makers.
In
Like
fact-
that's almost no commitment to play
Yeah.
that game.
I
We could
think-
do that in a night.
We should do that first, actually, because
Yeah.
that is the game that I have not played since I owned an N64.
Fuck. I died. All right, I lost my first life from an enemy running off the side of the
Yeah.
screen called a knight. I'll just call him a knight because that's what he looks like. He's got a sword and a shield. That's what we'll call him. I think we're getting close to the boss. If I have a lot of health at the boss, the way that I beat the boss of this level was that I just tanked the shit out of it.
Okay. I mean, the first two bosses were basically cakewalks. You know?
Yeah, this boss, I actually don't really know what the strategy is supposed to be.
He's stealthy.
He summons ads and he does some kind of a waterfall whirlwind on you.
Oh.
That pushes you.
Is it worth it to grind again? Because we don't have that much money.
We don't have very much money. It's not worth the viewers' time, and it's not worth our time, really, to just grind. I think we're just going to have to live with whatever coins we have.
All right.
If we get close to a nice round number, maybe towards the end, but...
Who's that? Okay. What was I killed by?
Guys. Let's go in. So here's where the artwork changes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we're even going to get to see the boss. Maybe you will. I might die. I've only got 2 life. So you tank him.
God, this reminds me of Callie's Caves. In, like,
in the
worst
speed
way.
that it shoots, yeah.
Yeah, in like the not fun way. I mean, those games were pretty great. It just had that one horrible flaw.
They were pretty fun. They were fun. They were fun games. I mean, I think we were a little bit too nice back then on GameSoup.
Maybe.
I think our review style was a little bit nicer back then. I think we've become more critical as the years have gone on. We've become less afraid of being critical of...
We used to be Siskel, and now we're Ebert. Is that a thing? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one's the more critical one.
I think Ebert is the critical. I actually don't know if Siskel is equally critical or not, but I know Ebert is for sure. And in fact, he talks so much that he lost his mouth. Oh, come on! Yeah. I deserve that for making an Ebert joke. Did you see what happened to Ebert? He had jaw surgery. His jaw was removed in the final years of his life. So I made a joke about him talking too much smack, but that was totally undeserved.
I died. Alright, so it's up to you, man.
Alright, well,
hopefully we get to see the boss. The boss is actually pretty fucking cool looking, so hopefully you get there. You're almost there.
Onrak, because these names
look at all these guys.
Yeah.
Cool Tov Smith, Smirky Trick.
They sound like randomly generated names, like procedurally generated almost. Okay.
Yep. This is the game, man. All right, you got 1 life. I think we're gonna get to see. Yeah, this is it. We're gonna get to see the boss, and that is it.
Oh my god!
There he is.
Okay.
You died.
You heard me click.
Yeah.
I clicked the button to teleport.
No. I didn't figure out how to beat this guy. What I did was I just tanked the shit out of him. I just ran up to him. I was playing as the rogue, and I just dashed into him, mashed that attack button, and just melted his life bar. Almost died doing it, but well, got through it.
I've seen worse, Joe.
So, well, there's more.
Oh no.
There's more. So, there's also go to 2 players. Is it 2 players? Yeah. Go to infinite mode. There's an infinite mode.
Okay.
So I don't know. Do you wanna? You pick first. You pick your character first.
Druid.
We'll try it. Okay, we're gonna go Druid and Rogue. I think that's probably the dream team.
All right.
So the game is actually randomly generated. This is actually randomly generated. Believe it or not. Yep.
So not the campaign, but this is.
This is the infinite mode is randomly generated. The campaign is definitely designed.
Yeah.
So you can see it's kind of on a grid.
Yeah. Very clearly.
Yeah, it's kind of gridded out, and it's a roguelike of some kind. But yeah, it's just the same enemies over and over again, and you can actually just grind the shit out of them. You can just grind them out. There's a lot of them. So it's pretty satisfying to kill them, but it's really repetitive. And yeah, it's from what I've played of the infinite mode, which is not that much. I played it I think 2 times real quickly, and I just the second time I just kind of gave up, didn't even die. And yeah, it's kind of repetitive and kind of easy, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's just the same guys over and over again. And you can just grind the shit out of them.
Yeah, I could see that being repetitive. I think it's up here we have to go. Yeah, I could see that being the case.
I think we're the exact same speed. I think only the dwarf is the slow speed. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Hey, we can get tons of coins here.
And you still get the shop between levels?
You do not get the shop between levels, but the shopkeeper appears randomly, as far as I can tell.
All right.
It's random, but I have really not played very much of infinite mode. I played more story mode. But, yeah, I think the story mode is actually more well designed than the infinite mode.
We're gonna get lost here.
Yeah, you get lost, but a portal will appear that will take us out of here.
When?
I don't know.
When we get lost?
Yeah. Actually, it might be after you destroy all the generators.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly when it happens. Maybe it's when you save all...
Oh,
it's probably when you save all the guys, because I just saved a guy and it appeared. So we can just grind... We can just grind guys, or we can leave. But why don't we just leave? All right, you did.
Yeah.
You did it. Well done, Ed.
Thanks.
Rank S.
Wow. Thrilling. Hey, look.
There she is.
Can I sell you?
Oh, actually, when you talk to her, she disappears.
I was just gonna say,
So,
please don't
yeah.
tell me she disappears.
Yep, she's gonna disappear. So yeah, just buy a chicken, get out of here. Hopefully it allows me to
Are you
buy.
kidding?
No, it doesn't allow me to buy. So only one of us is allowed to buy. I haven't tried this on 2-player yet, but yeah, apparently only one of us is allowed to buy anything. So yeah, the first person to approach the shopkeeper is the only one who gets to buy.
She doesn't even stick around and wait for the other person. No,
No,
just
she don't
leaves.
want money.
She ripped you off so bad, she just had to run away. Oh, man.
Oh, there's a bomb.
Joe. I don't know about this, man.
Yeah, the infinite mode seems a little bit lacking. I mean, I hate to say it.
There's only 2 modes.
Yeah.
There's the infinite mode, which goes
Hey,
forever.
let me get that fucking chicken.
Oh, yeah,
You're
sorry,
not taking
sorry.
the chicken. I'm taking chicken.
And the campaign, which goes for about 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, the campaign probably if you're good at the game and you can beat the game, it's probably about half an hour, which I'm perfectly fine with. That's a part of the arcade design. There's really nothing wrong with that. If your awesome per second is good, if it's just a really fun game and it's an arcade style game and it lasts 30 minutes, like comparable to shmups, right? Brawlers and shmups, I'm perfectly fine with the game being only 30 minutes long.
But I don't know. I'm curious. How would you rate the awesome per second in this game, though?
Not as I know where you're going, but yeah, not as highly as some old arcade games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's not quite as high as some old arcade games.
I would say if you're going to rely on that, you better make sure you have it.
Yeah. Yeah, old arcade games were made to just really wow you at every moment. Like you really wanted to see what happened next. You really wanted to put in the quarter to see what that next boss looked like. And yeah, just it had to be a lot of fun. And then usually they would just destroy you at the end, and in the last level or two, make you feel like you were at the end of the game for about 20 minutes so that you don't realize that you're putting in about $60 into an arcade machine.
We played so much Gauntlet Legends, dude. That game
Yeah, we
sucked
used to
on
play a
running.
lot of Gauntlet Legends. Yeah, Gauntlet Legends. We actually got to the end of Gauntlet Legends, which was really hard to do.
Yeah.
I think I probably spent like $40 to $60 on the game in quarters, single quarters,
Yeah.
per credit on that game. And you actually win a T-shirt at the end.
Oh, yeah!
But I couldn't copy the address down fast enough, so I didn't get the T-shirt.
It showed for like...
But it actually shows you a mailing address that you can send in to get a free T-shirt from the. I'm sure that deal is long gone.
How
but-
are you ever supposed to see that? Because that was before cell phones.
Yeah,
You
it
couldn't
flashed.
take a
Yeah, you
picture.
couldn't take a picture of it. Yeah, you had to like have something to write it down on, and I didn't have it. So we would have had to beat the game again to get the T-shirt. Which, if I could go back in time, I actually would have done to get the fucking T-shirt.
We played it enough. It was certainly fun.
That'll be a cool trophy to have, that
Yeah.
T-shirt. Although it would probably be long worn out by now, because knowing me, I would have worn it all the time.
Yeah.
Just to brag about how good I was at Gauntlet Legends, the arcade version by Midway.
On Midway. They're not around anymore. They've been dead for a while, haven't they?
Yeah.
They were. I forget if they were bought out or they just went straight up.
So where the
bankrupt.
fuck is the exit here?
Yeah, I don't know. It's this mode is infinite because you can't find the exit.
Yeah.
This is like a challenge dungeon. This is in fact the thing I dislike about challenge dungeons.
Oh,
they
has
would
gotta
be great.
Yep,
Oh,
there
yeah.
it is. Oh, I exited by mistake.
Yep. You
Okay,
should
let me
know.
get the next. Let me get the next.
I mean,
It was shop if we get to one.
yeah.
Here. I don't know if there's gonna be one though, because was it the 3rd level? I don't know. Is there a shop every level, or because there wasn't on the 1st level?
Needles.
Needles. Stop needling me, you prick. All right. Well, I mean, it is really just the same enemies over and over again.
It's the same one hazard and the same
it's
enemies.
Yeah, it's the same hazard, the same enemies again and again.
I don't know what just happened. I was
Generators.
killed by something.
Yeah. It's hard. It's gonna be harder on 2-player. I think this is gonna be really easy on 1-player.
Yeah. I'm hesitant to say this, but I find this even less interesting than the campaign.
I do as well. Yeah.
Which seems like I mean, it's like almost adding insult to injury. Not that the game is bad by. Well, I mean,
We've been saying a lot of negative things about the game.
is it
but
fun? Yeah, we've been playing for over an hour. So
I'm gonna
yes,
say
it's
that I
fun.
like it.
It's fun.
I like it. Like the control's good. The action is fun.
But will I ever play it again after today? Absolutely not.
I probably won't either. I would like to beat the game, but I'm past the point in my life where I need to beat games out of ego or out of pride's sake.
I'm interested to know about the development.
I'm interested to play a game only because of the just for learning purposes.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's fun. It's fun to learn. It's fun, but also I can be done with the game without beating it at this point in my life. I really don't feel any draw to just to beat a game just for the sake of beating the game anymore.
Oh, come on, these guys never stop spawning.
Yeah, they seem to be infinite.
Oh,
that's gonna be our exit.
That's
yeah,
why.
so I guess we can get the fuck out of here. I mean, it's
fine.
It's fun. It's still fun. What we're doing is fun. But it's really repetitive, and it's not really blowing me away.
Yeah, in 1994, this would have been perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, this would have been a solid arcade game in 1994, with a few adjustments. Like the player shouldn't be able to go backwards and explore and grind out levels, doing easy things.
What's that?
Oh, that's actually I'm gonna let you get that. Get that scroll. I just assume that you're gonna be better with it, so I'm just gonna let you get it.
Screen nukes are the thing that I don't use. Nobody uses a screen nuke.
Yeah.
You always save it.
Yeah. When you and yeah, screen nuke is not gonna be as useful in a game like this.
I read a really interesting article about how RPGs give you so many items and you hold on to them until you beat the game because you never use them. Because you're always like, oh, I'm gonna need that later. I'm gonna need that later.
Yeah.
So you end the game with like
some people do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Actually, most people probably do that. I don't. I purposely try to use I purposely just use my items.
Oh, all right. Well, the article is saying like you when you beat Final Fantasy VII, for example, you end the game with like 60 Phoenix Downs and 30 Mega Elixirs and 10 Elixirs.
Final Fantasy VII, you said?
Or any of them, really.
Yeah.
Right? But
Final Fantasy VII. I mean, Final Fantasy VII is so easy. You don't really need to use them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about that because that game is just so gosh darn easy.
Yeah, except for the bonus content, Emerald Weapon.
Right, but I read about this one guy's solution to that problem was to make it just incredibly limited, so you can only ever hold 3 Mega Elixirs. You can only ever hold 10.
Right, and then it encourages you to use it once you're at that max limit, so that you will be able to pick up another one.
There's nothing worse than opening a chest.
Yeah, I think Dark Souls figured that out too. I mean, other games have figured it out, obviously, but Dark Souls is just an example that a lot of people know. It's like Estus Flask, right? You can only have 3 of those, or however many you can have. Dead Cells, same. It's just limiting the max quantity that you can hold of something. If it's 99, that's too high of a max. Yeah, the max should probably be 3 or 4 of an item. Like 9 is pretty much too many.
Yeah, 9 is absolutely too many.
Like in Castlevania Symphony of the Night or D-Lit, the game we just played, the LP that we just did. If you haven't seen that, it was a fun LP. You should check that out if you haven't watched our LP of the D-Lit in Monsterland.
Wonder Labyrinth.
Wonder Labyrinth, yeah.
I still can't get the name
I
right.
always call it Monsterland.
Yeah, and there was a Monsterland in Wonder Boy.
Yep.
Game.
Yeah, that's the one.
And also
son of a bitch. It was the fucking bear trap got me.
Wait, you have another life?
Anime? Yeah, I had another life left.
You know, it kills me that all these games sound so similar. If there's Monster Boy in Wonderland, Wonder Boy in Monsterland, Monsterland in Wonder Boy, and
there's also Monster Boy in the
Boy.
Cursed Kingdom.
Yeah, I can't believe that there were 4 completely different IPs with 4 different.
Well, they're not
names.
different IPs.
No,
they're
they
the
are.
same guy.
No.
Wonder Boy and Monster Boy are the same IP.
No. Wonder Boy in Monsterland, Monster Boy in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Wonder Monster in Boyland.
Hey, I want to go to Boyland.
And Boy Monster in
Wouldn't you like to visit Boyland?
I just can't believe that those were all just independently created.
It's Boyland, where all the boy bands.
Boyland.
Where all the boy bands go.
Right.
It's where all the boy bands go after they're not popular anymore. It's Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and I don't know, what are the other ones?
All of them, I guess.
New Kids on the Block.
98 Degrees.
Five Guys.
Five Guys. That's a perfect place.
Oh yeah.
And they're all the rage.
Yeah, I haven't had Five Guys in a long time. I could actually go for some Five Guys right now.
I kind of could too, actually. I love the peanuts, man. Not the burgers. I just
you
love
shouldn't be talking about them. They're just peanuts in a crate.
Yeah, they're just regular peanuts.
Peanuts.
I love the idea of the peanuts. That's all.
If you're in Europe and you don't know about Five Guys,
they look
fucking shit. It was the shop.
You bitch. Look at all the money we have.
If you're in Europe or some other part of the world and you don't know what Five Guys is, it's a burger. It's a burger chain in the U.S. It's basically fast food. But they do make it to order. It's not as bad as fast food, but it's the best burger chain in the United States. Some people will argue, such as In-N-Out, Carl's Jr., etc. I've never had those because they're on the West Coast, and we don't live there.
It's in a genre considered casual food, so it's not fast food. It's slightly
We live on the East Coast where there's no such thing.
Wait, can I pause the game? No, I can't do anything. Stage 6 though.
I guess we just keep playing.
Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going.
I'll just try to get killed. This is actually going to take a really long time. It might. This could potentially take a really long time. Yeah, I mean, I would like to buy a fucking upgrade here too.
I can't believe I spent $25 on this game. Actually.
Yeah, we both spent $25 in this game. So we did give. What's the name? What's the name of the company?
Hank, Bitmap Bureau, and Numbskull.
Yeah. Bitmap Bureau and Numbskull Games. You're welcome. We spent $50 on your game. Collectively. I mean, I don't regret it. I don't regret at least spending my $25. I do regret spending the $25 Ed's $25 because
I mean, whatever.
The reason why I regret that is because we just couldn't log in on my account. We couldn't get my account to work today on Ed's computer. I couldn't remember my password. I called my wife to check my password, and we tried to put my password in, and then it asked me a security question, and the security question, for whatever reason, when every answer that we put in, it would not allow it. You know, you've probably been through this dance before yourself if you've ever tried to log into an account. Look at your dead body.
Shopkeep. To the left.
Oh, there you go.
Buy all your stuff.
Okay. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get an extra strength. I don't even need to look at anything else. Then we want to get a health increase, and we don't really need anything else. I guess we don't need anything else.
It just disappears.
Yeah, it is kind of annoying.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can go for a really long time here. So we were actually originally planning on Joe doing a single player run at the end of this episode, but we're already 1 hour and 60 minutes in, so I think we're just going to skip that.
I think
we're just going to skip that because we did cover most of the stuff I wanted to talk about. I did want to make an attempt at clearing the game, but I don't think that's really going to be necessary at this point.
We've seen most of the game, right? We've seen over 75% of the campaign.
We've seen most of it. Yeah, you haven't seen the last level, but, you know, just watch another LP. Or buy the game and do it yourself.
Yeah.
But I think we've seen a good chunk of the game, and yeah, we've shown a lot of it. We've talked about a lot of it, so I think we're just going to finish up this run here. And another thing that I wanted to talk about though was the price point. Now I think for the amount of work that was put into the game, the price point might actually be kind of close to correct, but the price point is actually $30. This game is $30.
That's crazy.
I think that's not. I don't think it's going to sell very well, partly because of that price point. Now they got the Kickstarter backers. The Kickstarter backers are going to be the most fanatical about wanting to play the game, right?
Yeah.
But I think the price point is a little bit high. Not a little bit high. It's really high. It might be as much as 3 times higher than it should be. Now it doesn't matter how much. We learned this firsthand when we released our first game, Inferno Racket. The game we released, we thought was worth more than $8. We charged $8 for it. We thought the game was probably worth about $15, I think. Probably for the amount of work that we put into it and the amount of fun that the game is. Once you're actually playing it, it's worth probably about $15. But no one would ever possibly pay it, and we realize that now. And we decided to price it at $8 because we thought that's what people would value it at. But that's just not what it wound up being worth. The amount of work that we put into it, I would say, yeah, it was probably worth at least $8. But
oops.
What people saw was a game that should be. I don't know what you did. Oh, you think you pulled up
what is
Steam? I think you got a click, maybe.
Xbox Social? Is it a? I think it's a Windows overlay.
It might be a Windows thing. Yeah, Ed has Windows 10 now.
And I've had it's been nothing but a pain.
Believe it or not, we've had Windows 7.
Yeah, I just
on our GameSoup recording PC for many years now.
Yeah, and so far it has been nothing but.
Windows 10 has been nothing but a nuisance, right?
Yeah. There's nothing about this that has been a significant upgrade, or even a minor upgrade above Windows 7.
Thanks.
They've made lots of things more difficult to find in favor of making it look less cluttered and complicated. But like the sound control panel, where you go and change your speakers and your microphone, that requires an additional click. And not only does it require an additional click, it requires that additional click in a menu. Along the side of that menu in a tiny font. So a place that you would never normally look, and a place you're probably not going to look anyway, unless you... I've had to Google many things in the past couple of days. Because things that I used to understand and were taking for granted, where I knew where they were, are no longer there. It's not easy to use. It looks as if it's easier to use. it may be if you've never used a computer before, but who is that in this day and age, right? If you want to have any modicum of control over what your computer does and how it responds, and it's got all these like new notification systems, and like I don't want to see these things, and the way you turn off notifications for your firewall is currently off. Would you like to turn your firewall on? It was this unbelievably convoluted series of menus and dialog boxes. I never would have found it. I never ever would have found it had I not Googled it.
I'm not looking forward to that.
No, there's nothing so far about it that I don't know. Are there advantages? Maybe it has better compatibility. I know some games don't run on Windows 7 technically, like Spelunky 2, right?
Yeah, we had to get a...
Yeah. But is there anything really fantastic about this compared to what was already available? I don't know. I would tend to say no, but if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me.
Stage clear.
Say this just keeps going. We're already an hour and a half in almost. My body's just hanging out there.
Yeah, I don't know why. You can't come back to life. I don't know. Is there a way to bring you back to life?
You would think that in infinite mode it would maybe give you the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, because it's kind of boring for the second player to just sit there doing nothing the whole time. But yeah, it just keeps showing you the body.
There's like nothing in the infinite mode. Like there's no progressive sense of progression.
You get more points, I guess.
Yeah.
You can see if you can get a higher score, which is how we designed Inferno Racket. To be fair,
yeah,
we designed Inferno Racket to be a score game.
But we lean into it. This game doesn't lean into that, as far as I can tell. There's nothing. I mean, I don't know. Okay, maybe you could say the same about us then. But I mean, we did design the game knowing that was going to be the end game. That was going to be the form of progression, because when you have 200 levels and they're randomly chosen, you can't possibly balance in really any other way. And at least we knew that.
But yeah, the price point, as we were talking about earlier. Oh, good.
Oh, good.
I think I can afford... Yes, and that'll heal me fully. So This is going to go... So we can keep the episode going a little bit longer.
Wait, it only costs 10?
A bomb only costs 10.
Oh, a bomb.
Yeah, but we're out of... We can no longer... Yeah, it turned into a bomb. The HP actually turns into a bomb that you can buy.
So you can't get any more health.
I can't get any more health upgrades, no. And when I got the health upgrade, it healed me fully. And I think I only had 1 health left. So, yeah, I've been pretty lucky in running into those stores exactly when I need them. But yeah, the price point is at $30 is the retail price of the game, and unfortunately, I would have to say that the game would be perceived at a value of about $10, based on because of the art style, not because of the art quality. The art quality is top notch as far as pixel art goes, like top notch as far as artwork in game goes, but it's not going to command. Just pixel art in general commands a lower value, and also an arcade style game commands a lower value. $10 would be, as a maximum, what you could really expect someone. Now, I understand that the game probably took a lot more than another $10 game that might command a higher price tag, just based on the type of game that it is. But
I mean, I would have been satisfied to have paid $10 or less for the game. But as the developer of the game, I would have been heartbroken to discover that that's all that somebody would pay. And I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, because this, the game was kickstarted, and I'm sure it has some big names. It's got some names.
Yeah, we've been through it too with our game, our arcade style game, Inferno Racket, and that's only $8, and nobody buys it for $8. We put it on sale for 80% off. It's like $1.79 or something. That's when it sells, and even then, it doesn't sell that much.
Like, that's just what the game market is.
Oh shoot!
Oh no!
I shouldn't have talked to her. That doesn't matter really.
Have we ever covered Resident Evil 7 on this channel? I think we played the demo, didn't we? Because I never actually owned the game until recently.
We might have played. I don't think we played the demo on the channel. Did we? No, maybe we did. I think we did.
I think we only played the demo.
No, we played the Resident Evil 2 remake on the channel. We might not have played... No, yeah, we did. We played Resident Evil 7 demo on the channel. I remember now.
Because I was very scared.
We are planning on playing the Resident Evil 8 demo on the channel.
Yeah, we were going to do that. But, yeah, along those lines, in the past 2 weeks, I've played Resident Evil 7 and completed the game. Which
Yeah, it's scary as hell, isn't it?
It's okay. It's something I've been meaning to do since it came out, but I never wanted to play it because it is scary in the first-person perspective, and I don't like scary things. I don't like scary games, but I love Resident Evil because Resident Evil is an action series disguised as a horror game. So I finally got around to playing it, and it's great. It's really fun, but it's got some major flaws compared to the other games in the series, mainly the first-person perspective and the horrendous running speed, which is carried over to Resident Evil 2 and 3. But it's really fun, and I wanted to play it in anticipation of Resident Evil 8, which comes out in a week. And the demo, which will be available tomorrow, or the day after, or something like that. But I'm really looking forward to that. Because it looks like it's just Resident Evil 4 from first-person view. It's got the merchant, it's got the same village. Well, maybe not the exact same village, but it's looking good, man. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I saw the first demo. We're not going to be playing the first demo, but I saw the first demo played by Yang Yi. You know Yang Yi?
I don't.
Oh, he's just a YouTube channel, a gaming YouTube channel. But he checked it out. It looks pretty cool. So we're gonna check out the next demo that comes out on the PC demo that's coming out in a few days.
Look at all the boys that are spawning right now.
Yeah, there's so many guys. I think maybe this is where the difficulty comes in. It's just the sheer number of enemies.
Yeah, so not in any meaningful form of challenge, just overwhelming.
Well,
you.
that's kind of what we did for Inferno Racket. We just increased the spawn rate.
That is true.
So
you got an achievement called Slayer.
Yeah, maybe just from killing so many enemies. Just killed so much.
Yeah, is that a valid form of challenge? Overwhelming you? Because when I think of that, I think of Dark Souls 2. And in that game, it is not a valid form of challenge. To just load you up against 4 or 5 different enemies, all trying to kill you at the same time, and you can only, you can do one thing and then back off. And in that game, I don't think it's a valid form of challenge. But at the same time, we made a game where that was the main form of challenge. So,
yeah.
Is it okay or is it not okay? I actually don't know.
I think it's okay.
I have a lot of cognitive dissonance about that. Because when other people do it, I don't like it. But when I do it, I like it. Or it's excusable when I do it. So where do you draw the line?
That guy's just standing there. You see that green guy over there? He's just standing there.
I think if I kickstarted this game, I would feel a little gypped. I mean, I wonder how specific the Kickstarter was. Was it like, we're gonna have 4 levels, and we're gonna have an infinite mode, and that's it? Like, like what were the sort of?
It might have been rushed. I mean, but in all honesty, the game might have been. They might have just been at a point where they were just thinking, this is it. We ought to put the game out.
It's been about a year, right? Because it was kickstarted before COVID, and it was in development this whole time. I don't know.
Yeah, I think at some point you just got to put the game out, and maybe they didn't get as much done as they wanted to, but
I guess
possibly.
Oh, there's me.
I mean, there's always something else to do on your game. Like a game is never actually complete.
Like any work of art.
Yeah.
Any piece of music, any drawing or any portrait is never done. I can attest to that, and I'm sure you can too, Joe.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
The music that I've written in the past that I've wanted to. The only reason it doesn't keep getting updated is because you get tired of it and you find something else.
Yeah, you just have to pick a stopping point.
Yeah. Or you find your next thing. Okay.
All right, so that was the last death. Yeah, he just spawned there and killed me. That's pretty much how most of the hits happen. So, I mean, I got hit so many times.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as the upgrades though, in the story mode, as far as the upgrades go, they line up perfectly. If you kill at least enough to get the health upgrade in the first level, which is 50 coins, you're good to go. Mm-hmm. So if you get 50 coins in the first level, and then after that you level up, I don't know, your health and your ranged attack or something, or not, maybe your health and your ranged attack, and then in the next time you upgrade your power and your health and etc. It always winds up being exactly enough that you max out all of your stats by the last level. As long as you are fairly thorough about going through and killing as many enemies as you can. You might be able to miss a few coins here and there, but you can pretty much max out your level. So the way that the upgrades are done pretty much perfectly line up. So in which case, I mean, there's an argument to be made for why are they even there, but the other argument to be made is it's pretty nice. It's pretty nicely designed. It's kind of an illusion of choice at that point, though. When you're for the upgrades, it's kind of illusion. Yeah, it's kind of an illusion of choice. In that you're gonna pretty much be funneled through upgrading in essentially the same sequence every time you play the game in arcade mode. And on the last level, though, when I was on the last level, you didn't get to see it this time. We didn't make it to the last level, but when I got to the last level, I did have a maximum upgraded character, and you do feel powerful. They do throw you in, and it is well designed enough that you do feel really powerful killing the enemies in the last area. You feel like you've gotten to the max level of the character. So I think that was good. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. As far as what were we just looking at? Some kind of a stat screen?
Yeah, that's just the high score screen. We've seen this a million times.
Yeah, there was some kind of a stat screen though, wasn't there? There was something else you were looking at.
Oh, there was an
achievements?
screen.
Yeah, achievements.
Yeah.
What was that about? I was gonna say something about it, but so I guess is this separate from the Steam achievements? I don't know, but
I mean they're probably the same achievements just in game.
Yeah.
Like we have the same thing in Infernal Racket.
yeah.
They're
Okay.
just listed here, yeah.
That's
That's weird.
well, cool. So it's got an achievement screen, so that's neat.
If you hit the A button on
Unique
what you haven't
icons.
unlocked, nothing happens. If you hit the A button on something you have unlocked, it takes you back to the
It
options
takes you
menu.
back to the options menu. That's odd.
That's not something. We wouldn't have made that mistake. I would call that a bug that we would not have made.
Yeah, probably a bug. Okay,
It's a
so
battle axe.
overall, overall, I mean, I'm gonna say I like the game. Overall, as much as we've said negative things about the game, I don't regret buying the game once. I do regret that we bought the game twice.
Oh.
I would say.
Well, you know, we've played it for less than 2 hours. I can just Steam refund it.
I guess you could, but
I
I don't know,
won't,
that's kind of rude.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
We got a lot of coverage of the game. So I mean, if you're really into classic arcade games, I would say buy it today. If you liked what you saw, obviously, and you're still interested in the game, buy it today. If you sort of liked what you saw and you thought it would be fun to play for an afternoon, but you're not really that into arcade games, wait for a sale. Hopefully, I mean, the price point is just, I mean, $30 is a lot to ask, and a lot of people can't afford that right now. $30 is
It's borders an absurdity, really.
yeah,
you know?
it is a lot to ask for a game like this. So if you want to support what they're doing, I mean, they've got a dream team as far as the artwork and the music goes. If you want to support what they're doing, you know, pick it up. But yeah, I wouldn't fault you at all if you wanted to wait and see if it went on sale. And if they don't put it on sale, maybe just don't pick it up. There's plenty of entertainment out there for you. But I personally did enjoy it, and hopefully you guys got something out of this as far as game design goes, as far as game design critiques go. Because yeah, we sure had a lot to say about it, obviously, because we've been going for an hour and 32 minutes at this point. So, you got anything else?
No, I think I've said my piece, as it were.
So thanks a lot for watching. You can join our Discord server and leave a comment. Tell us what you thought about the game. If you got any other further observations. And we like you.